all of my children, to whom death hath passed his judgment, the soul yearns for honor, and the flesh the hereafter. Look to those who walked before, to lead those who walk after. Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the Lamb's alive, so believe. entrust unto tomorrow. In one fleeting moment from the land of life glow. Yet in one fleeting moment for a new big doth grow. In the same fleeting moment thou must live, die, and know. Life is a riddle to bear rapture and sorrow, to listen, to suffer, to entrust unto tomorrow. In one fleeting moment from the land of life glow. Yet in one fleeting moment for a new big doth grow. In the same fleeting moment thou must live, die, and know.
Hiya, friends. Give me 1 second. There we go. Hello, hello. How is everybody today on this fine evening? Afternoon? Morning? It's one of those somewhere for somebody. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Ash. How are you, my friend? Hey, simulating minds. Simulating minds. Is that meant to say stimulating minds, or are you actually becoming a Borg and you're simulating minds? If you're becoming a Borg drone or Locutus, please let me know. I need to know what how far away to run and hide. Good morning, everybody. Well, I say morning. It's afternoon for us here. We start streaming at 3 p.m. So I always say good morning because for the longest time I was struggling to wake up one time. So it was my mornings. But I hope we're all doing good. I love that. Simulating minds. Simulating minds. Oh, it's a play on the fact that we see ourselves and recognize others as they see us. Ah, okay. I like that. That's pretty deep, actually. Yeah. We're just chilling today. We're here for the full stream time today. Yeah, at least until 8 p.m. my time, so that's at least 5 hours or so. I'm not sure whether we have any levelings to do or not today. So I think we got the other classes we needed right the way up. I think we might have missed one though, so we will be checking that in just a second when we hop on. But a little bit of news. We got our third monitor up, so whenever you guys see me looking up this way, because the game is here, you guys are all here on the second monitor, and then on the third monitor we got my OBS and stuff. So if you ever see me looking up, it's because I'm now checking the OBS and everything, if there's any issues, or my activity feed is up there too. But it's nice. It's gonna take a second to get used to. I hope we all have had a good week though. I hope we have. Heads up, I'm a little anxious, so I may be a little bit more all over the place today than I normally am, which is saying a lot. But we good. We good. Ooh, nice. That is a long time. I plan on grinding out a lot on 14. Also, getting all my orange gathering scripts done. Cool. Yeah, that's a good little list of stuff for you to do then, isn't it? I think we're gonna be when we hop in, we need to check our subs and stuff as we almost always do. And then we've also got to check out our classes to see which ones we've got. I know we got Bard, we've got Picto, and we've got Sage. We're nearly finished with the Sage quest line, so I think we've only got 1 or 2 more quests to do for that, and then we should be done, which is pretty good. So once we've done that, we'll be heading straight on over to our oh, I don't know which of the other ones to do, but I think we might have to go and level Samurai up as well, because I think there was actually a couple more left to do. I'm not sure. We'll have a look see. We'll have a look see. Have you got many to go, Ash, before you finish up? Have you on the gathering the orange scripts and stuff? I have no idea where I currently am in any of my gathering challenges and stuff. I only just realized the other night that there's the challenge log. It's actually there, despite Kitten Sensei telling me loads in the past. It was one of those thoughts that I heard each time she said it, but unfortunately it didn't stick anywhere inside the old noggin here, you know? Yeah. So that's today's plan. We're gonna be hitting the quest lines. Once we finish the sage one and the bard one, we're gonna go into the pictor one, and then we'll see how we do. And if we have time, we're either gonna do well, if we have time after that, because they may take a little while, we'll end up going on to, I think if there is a melee one that we'll have to do now that's separate from the tank, we'll be starting that as well. So yeah, I made a gathering loop for all the collectability, the gathering scripts, about a 35-minute loop. I think one loop is around 200 to 300 orange scripts. That sounds good to me, but I don't know if that is actually good, is it? 35 minutes though for 300 up to 300 orange script doesn't sound too bad at all though. Yeah, is there a cap on how many of the scripts you can have at any given time? There's so many aspects to this game that even after hundreds of hours of playthrough, I still have not actively even approached touching. Yeah, and that blows my mind. It really does. Oh, that's right. We've also shifted our cam over a little bit today, so it should be a little bit more centered now as well. So when I am chatting with yourselves, like it should look a little bit better. Just a little bit. We have Iron Brew today. Yep. Original flavor Iron Brew. Right, let's see. I suppose we should hop on over that, shouldn't we? It's so weird. I'm not used to having everything be a different big secure. 17 people. We'll get over that in an instant. It's so nice having that up there now. It saves so much time and effort having to, like, I was having to put stuff on top of it and everything, and now I can just have it up there out of the way. And I've got all my communication stuff on the second monitor now, and it's just such a, it's like I got the cable for it today and I turned it on and plugged it all together in my brain. I swear I felt my brain literally just go like it was legit that kind of like sigh of oh. I've streamed with 3 monitors in the past before, but to be honest, this is like the first time where I've had it set up like actual properly. Like I said, it's not been like sitting in a weird configuration of some kind. Yeah, I keep having to force myself not to go minimize certain windows now. Ash, let's see. So the nodes that pop up are on a timer, so you have to hit them on the right job and at the right time before moving to the next one. Cap is about 4k script, but as soon as I can afford a piece of gear, I will go buy it, so I won't ever hit the cap. No weekly cap, thankfully. Yeah, see, so like 300 script every what, half an hour, 35 minutes is not bad. Up to 300 script. I don't think we've got anything to pick up, have we? I think we've picked all of our stuff up. Our retainers are looking so bare. We did fix our we were doing this just before the stream. We did go through and we have fixed our box a little bit here. We're in the middle of doing this one. This one's messy. We don't talk about that one. That one's a little bit better. We took all of the stuff that was in this one, the housing stuff, and we put in storage what we could, and the rest that we couldn't put in storage, we put straight into one of our retainers. We're going to use this as mainly for the materia storage now. These were taking up so much space. Like, I really did not realize just how much space. And we've done this a little bit, but we haven't done too much with it. But it's getting there, friends. It's getting there. You know what? Say 300, isn't it? Yeah, make that 15 mil. So we can begin. We are saving up again so we can pay back Kitten Sensei for the landlady fees. That sounds really bad. Like, we have to pay fees every so often. We don't. She's really, really good about it. Bless her heart. 23 minutes. Nice. But a big old friend though. What was the times for the other ones? Sub now. 6 hours. That's not bad. Yeah, that ain't bad. The most expensive gear, this piece is 900 script for the body, the miner, and the botanist share gear too. So that makes it faster. Just have to buy them each, main hand and offhand tools, independently. Ah. So I cheaped out. When I hit 100, I went and I just bought the penta melted ones off of the market. And they're gonna do it for now. Then I'll probably get them sorted when I get a lot like more acquainted with those parts of the games. Okay, so we need Sage, don't we? Sage is the class that we need for this today. But I get that, Ash. That's such a good way to go around it. Have you got much in terms of the gear left to get for yourself? Right, where are we heading? Trail of the Skulls. Is that trail? That's Trail of the Skulls, isn't it? Not Trail. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wait, let's see. We're using Gorilla Friendle today. Ah, there you go. Ah! Oh, before we do anything else. No. Right, before we do anything else, 16 minutes, 17 minutes, we may as well disable these and put fresh ones on, right? Ooh, is there anything, like, info? Where is it? There's a bit you can check the company's rank and stuff, isn't there? I thought it would have been here. Enchantments? There we go. So I'm guessing there's nothing after rank 20 then, right? Yeah, because we've leveled up 5 times now since then and we've not had anything, so. Actions. Keep a battle. And reduce it. Hey, no, you can't do that. Come on now. Away from there. Excuse me. My apologies, fans. Oh, yeah. That's right, I need to look up there now for my audio meters. I think I'm waiting to finish up the main story and stuff before I do a lot of like moments, like, you know, starting like doing the proper grinds and stuff for the gear. Yeah. Right, friends, we ready? Oh, that's what we were gonna check. Ah, we can do it when we got handies back in. It's all good. It's all good. Vin, I wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard what's happened then. Just as Fedora was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us the slip. As you may know, she wears a choker enchanted to prevent exactly that. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments, and she knows that. She took the risk anyway, so I have to believe she has a good reason. That's what we were looking in. That's what we're looking into now. You know, it's been like 4 days or so since I've done any of this, the reading like this, and my brain is going, oh, like what is going on? Oh, honestly, we were hoping Clavel and young, I'm gonna say Lily, uh, Lily, here could shed some light on the matter. Oh my god, it's going to take me so long getting used to not looking over to the right to look up my OBS. I've done it like 12 times since we started or something. Let's see. We'd like to ask you about your conversation with Fedora, if we may. Yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. And then I mentioned the blasphemy, and she looked at lightly. I'm gonna say Lily. She looked at Lily, and all of a sudden clutched her own head and cried out in agony. Oh, is she changing? I think she may be changing. The echo. I keep forgetting she's got the echo as well. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? Well, a man, the one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. Spike is chilling out on the windowsill just now, getting as much fresh air and sun and everything as she can, bless her. Just watching the world go by. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was alright, and he said yes. He had a nice smile. I'm assuming you've done all of these quests, Ash. Yeah? He got up and started walking. But then... Oh. He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened. I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mum. I wish you'd said something sooner. I'm sorry, Puppet. This is my fault for leaving you on your own. The man who turned into a blasphemy, I'd wager. The girl saw him, which means Fedora has now seen him too. Ooh, did she go hunting him on his own? There was one other thing. When Fedora was having her funny turn, she said something. Charlie. No. Charlie, I think. Charlotte? Charlotte? It's not how you spell Charlotte, is it? It's not. Yes, that was it. Ring any bells? Can't say it does. But if he has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffins should have some information on him. I mean, you'd think, right? We best have a word with Ragnarfrid. You've both been very helpful. I'd also like to thank you for being so kind to Fedora. She may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her. Hello, buddy. I forgot just how much happened on Endwalker, right? How deep these side quests are, like the role quests, how deep they are. We're at the point where we were told like the ship that the forum has to ferry everyone up to the moon is actually sat in Golem mode at the minute on the glaciers. So I was just like, okay, before we go any further, we've got to stop and do these, because we did most of this quest line for the Sage one and then stopped. And then we went back and we're doing all of them now because there's so much in them, like you say, you know. And this is just the side content stuff as well. Like, oi, how are you today, my friend? I hope you're having a great day. And congratulations, by the way, just before we continue, congratulations on beating Chrono Trigger. That's an accomplishment, my guy. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you later. That's fair. There we go. Thanks. Of course, my friend, of course. Sadly, I wasn't able to catch all of the playthrough. I was only able to catch bits and pieces here and there, but it seemed like real good fun. Seemed difficult as well from like what I'd heard yourself talking about and saying, you know, in some places. Charlotte, you say? Yes, that name came up during our recent investigation. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. Had an older brother named Ansfrid, one of the Crania Lupa, which would give him a connection to Fedora. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle, who we recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlotte. I don't like saying Charlotte, it doesn't seem right. Charlotte? I'm not sure. But how's your day gone? I hope you've had a good day. I've been avoiding the sun today, to be honest. I've been out a little bit for a little walk around just to get a little bit of vitamin D, but it is scorching hot here today. I have to hide. I'm already sunburned from from Tuesday. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones, as it happens. I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly. I don't know what it is. When I hear pipes like that, well, I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's the Scotsman in me just goes, hee. Like, oh, come on. Let go. Come on, let go. There we go. Madam, we've had words today already. Okay? It's too dangerous for you to go underneath there and go back there now. You can't do that, right? You can't do that. No. No, 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 no. You can't. No. What? Spike heard the pipes calling as well. Right. That was perfectly timed by her. Just like, I must go, my people call me. Where are we going? Where are we going? Ah, way over there. Okay. I think this is right. I mean, I don't. We shall see. She's been in a weird mood today, you know. I don't know if she's picking up on my anxiety levels or what it is, but bless her heart, she's been like unsettled today. And I know that cats and dogs and animals in general can pick up on how the owners are feeling. I like the music for this mount. It's one of the first times I've ridden this mount and heard the why does it feel like, because we are Liverpool, it's like, why are we going so slow? Yeah, that's a cool sound. Just me trying to remember how to quickly play Sage. Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like. I was laughing at one of your cats making a hit list of the stuff on the shelves at the back the other day, buddy. Yeah. You can see him just going. Scribbling down the names of each of his targets. I think they're a he, right? I think so. Still looking here. That's him over there. Oh yeah. She's currently laying in one of her boxes now. She got loads of new delivery boxes to play with yesterday. Let's see. I hope we're not interrupting. No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnarfrid. My word, the Bull of Alamigo and the champion of the Alliance. What brings such esteemed guests to our humble quarry? At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. I'm just going to call him Charlie, alright? I'm just going to say Charlie at this point. Charlie, you found him. No luck yet then. Is there anything else you can tell us? More about his childhood, perhaps? There we go. Ah. Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life, excuse me. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our citizenship. For all the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen, who treated us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother. To be spat on as traitors by association, one thing led to another. And Anstrid, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know. The Cranial Lupine. Gaius's loyal little pups. I forgot that they were his command. Yeah. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. There was Emmeline, Rudolph, really? Rudolph, Rudolph, and the angry little girl who grew up to become the butcher herself, Rodola. Whoops. Yeah. I need to move this actually, just so I can see it a little bit better. There we go. That should be easier. Let's see. Charlie was part of their group too, yes, but from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone, of course. Not that it helped him to feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side. Maybe save them. Wow, maybe not. But he wasn't there, and he wished he had been. And one day he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. Ash, I posted my orange script farming route in your Discord, Reaper, so if anyone needs orange, gather a script. Ah, thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's so nice of you. Thank you, my friend. Buddy, I'll be back a little later. Time to take the kids to school. No worries. I hope you have a good and safe school run, my friend, yeah? And I hope it all goes well. We'll be here, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Ash, I'll take a quick look at your route after we've done this cutscene, yeah? That's such a good idea. I was gonna ask you if you wouldn't have minded posting it, so big brain, big brain. Let's see. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. Oh. So do we. Thank you. The information you shared should prove useful. And for you, I've brought some food. Nice. Why don't you call it a day and go and enjoy it with your family? Oh. Let him have the peace for now. Back to Alagana. This way. Yes, we are lazy and we are going to teleport right there. Discord. Let's see. Gaming. Here is the farming guide for Orange Script and 14. Give me 1 second. There it is. Ah, nice. Cool. Very nice, Ash. Thank you so much for that. I know that's going to come in very handy for a good few of us. Especially for the peoples like me that are just, to be honest, are a bit behind on that stuff and don't really have a clue. Yeah. Roban, let's see. So not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlie himself was a childhood friend of Fidola's. I'm told he refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now. I mean, you can't fault that either, can you? His brother and his friends died at Specula Imperatoris, save for Fidola, and the gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fidola felt about Charlie after seeing Lily's memory of him, transforming into a blasphemy. That's so complicated, right? Brother of a man she killed, and a childhood friend besides. Uh, she she thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran to kill the beast. I've never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her. Ah, that's a bit of a development there. Padola is a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make, and if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too. But really bad, like cotton mouth today. Doesn't matter how much I'm drinking. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let's return to the city and plan our next move. Ah, in case anyone's wondering what's going on with my hand, I've got my dice. The autofocus should kick in. It's not. It's freaking out. I've got my D20. It's like my fidget thing just now froze. Yeah. I do have a bag of crystals that I got from somebody really important to me, and but like, to be honest, they need cleansing, and I know how to recharge them, but that's it. And I don't want to negatively impact them, so I've got them sitting on the bedside cabinet at the minute. Yeah. They're normally like my go-to comfort thing. Ash. The great thing about this route is it works for a bit lower level gear too. Should have enough time in between those to regen CP enough for the next one. Is that with cordial, is it? Let's see if we can get there by running this time. I can never manage to get this place. I always seem to get lost. I think I've gotten lost already. Shouldn't need cordials. Interesting, okay. This way? There's gonna be a dead end. No, it's not. Wait, can you get here from the other way? I don't know if you can or not. This place is a maze. It's why I always just get up and fly over the top. If your gear is too low, maybe some food buffs. That's the thing. I always forget that you can do the food buffs to buff up your gear as well, like your stats, like your collectability and stuff. Shall I quickly check what they are for my miner just now? So my gathering on my miner is 4,982. My perception is 4,893. Botanist is, what's botanist? 3,849, 3,743. I haven't done much of any collectible hunting stuff, so I don't know if that's okay or not, but to be fair, when I can, all of my gear will be getting upgraded for those two classes. I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlie's background. With luck, we will find him quickly, and then we can prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlie's the one who transformed into a blasphemy, and so there's naught to be done but put him out of his misery. Oh. As for Fedora, I've put Minago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they've found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join the search. Till such time, I ask that you take this opportunity to rest. I swear, every time somebody says that, the world falls apart. Every time. Do. Oh yeah, you can definitely benefit from orange script grinding. Cool. I'll definitely be looking at that then, for sure. My God, there is a kitty here floating, and it is like, I can feel it. I know you're there somewhere. Mm. Let's see. Level 90. I think this might be the last one for the Sage one, I think. It's weird because the Paladin quest line felt so much more like a Sage one, like a healer one to me. And this feels more like the Paladin one should have. I don't know if they got the roles mixed up. I don't know if they did. So strange. The Blasphemy Hunter is even more flustered than usual, and with good reason. Ooh, Materia 9s. Cool. Thank goodness you're here. Commander Alden needs to see you right away. Follow me. Let's see. Sorry, friends, just reading something real quick. It is Thursday today, friends, isn't it? There we go. Keep it contained until I arrive. Oh, did they find the blasphemy? But do not engage if you can help it, understood? They must have. He's got full battle gear going on and everything. That was Minago. Her unit has found Fadola, or rather, she has found them. Her unit, let's see. In fact, I have Fadola on the search party's link pill. She wants a word with you. So it sounds like that confrontation went fairly decently well then, right? This is urgent, so be quiet and listen. Okay. Two of the hardest things to do for somebody with ADHD, but okay. It's doable. The blasphemy, my friend, is right in front of us. Ooh. Oof. I tracked him down, and when he spotted me, he started heading towards Specular Imperatrix. Look, Vin, I need your help. Charlie's not. He's never wanted to hurt anyone, but this thing he's become is. I can't leave him. I can't leave him like this. I've got to stop him, whatever it takes. I don't think she's going to engage straight away, so I'm going to say I'm on my way. I feel if we say this, she might take offense at this one because it's like she knows what she's doing. She's not a newbie. She knows what she's doing. And she seems to have a really good hold on her emotions and stuff, considering what she's going through. So I'm going to say the top one. I'm on my way. That's just like, okay, dropping what we're doing, we're coming to help. I owe you. There we go. Yeah. Right answer. This is Minago. Can you hear me? We've got the blasphemy surround. Oh. It's on the move. Get ahead of it, but maintain distance. We need to... Fadola? What are you doing? Fadola. Oh. Maybe I should have said the other one in hindsight now. My kitty's gonna wander. Death not a dark answer. Right. There's no time to waste. They need our help. Now, how come we've been getting our classes up to 100, 90 for these quests? I'm actually really enjoying getting them up to here. So I'm really looking forward to being able to start doing the grind after we finish the MSQ to get all the classes up to the hundreds. And Viper, I cannot wait to get my hands on Viper. That's going to be one of my favorite classes, I think. Every time I've seen somebody playing one, or every time I've been in a party with one or seen it on someone's stream, it's just looked like loads of fun. And I got to see the level 3 limit break for it last night, I think it was, or yesterday maybe, or the day before. I forget when it was, but got to see it and it looked pretty cool. So that's what we're going to be playing all of Dawn Trail with, is the Viper. Blue Mage will probably just pick up at some point. Dancer will probably pick up after Endwalker as well, just for something to do and learn. I hear that's like one of the hardest classes to learn though. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to being able to get these all done up and stuff. We should probably check our gear actually, shouldn't we? And we're fine. Okay. It's bloody here. Stop. Right, we ready, friends? I love that. Definitely not a dark answer. Okay, let's go for it, eh? I think I got it. There we go. Radiata and Alagiri are not that far from Specula Imperatoris. If we let the blasphemy slip through our fingers, it doesn't bear thinking about. And while Fadola is determined to slay her by her own hand, we can't allow her recklessness to put the lives of others in jeopardy. The time has come for action. Are you ready? Yes. We are ready. Oh, that's right. I forgot what it looked like. Jesus. Hold the line for as long as you can. I just think of Mass Effect when I hear that. Commander Alden and the Warrior of Light will be here any moment. Stay strong. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's got the same kind of eyes as Spike. And bright orange. Whoa. Has he just straight up equipped a shield for a pauldron on his stump? That's cool. Look. You've done well. Leave the rest to us. Would that make him a paladin? I think it does, right? Yes, sir. Get the injured to safety. Coward. Coward. Traitor. To them. To everyone. Wait, he can't be a paladin, right? We do need more shield jobs. I want a double shield wielding job. How would that even work, Ash? Sounds interesting, but like maybe like a great shield tank, a great shielder, like more traditional, just full lean into the intimidation and the tactics of like shield bashing. That's fair. I wish there was another way. So do I. But fighting's the only thing I'm any good at. makes me wonder how I ended up with such a clever brother. Too clever for my own good, maybe. Let's see. Just the thought of going into battle without getting hurt, without having to hurt other people. That's understandable, I feel, right? He's a bleeding heart, our Charlie. Sooner befriend the fly than shoo it away, much less kill it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I could kill if I wanted. I could. It's interesting, isn't it? This is what I would consider a regular reaction to the idea of having to do that. But you don't, and there's no shame in that. Well said, Fadola. Well said. Leave the soldiering to us, Charlie. We'll show you the Guardian. We'll show the Guardians what we're capable of. Get the power and respect we deserve, and then things will change. They will. You'll see. I'm also in the camp of we probably don't need more jobs. LL. I mean, I think there's no issue with having more. I get what you're saying. There is quite a few there already, but I mean, you have to think they've been there for what, 15 plus years now? It's got to be going on 15 years, isn't it? Or very close to it. So, most of them. So, with the exception of a couple. We found a place for ourselves, and you'll find yours soon enough. All right, that'll do. Everyone who's enlisting, meet back here tomorrow. Is it 15 years? 2013, I think, was it when ARR came out? 2013? No, it was earlier than that, right? 2010? I know we've chatted about that part of it before. My memory's failing me today, though. Thinking about a lot. In the end, what good did I do? They gave everything they had to give, while I hid, like a rat waiting for the storm to pass. Coward, coward, coward. Oh, friend. Bless him. Mm. Coward, coward. Mm. Better dead, better forgotten. Mm. No friend. It's not your fault, Charlie. It's not. We didn't do anything wrong, and I... No, Fadola. Come on, no. Oh, I think she's getting closer with that every time, right? You don't get to end it. You don't get to give up. I won't let you. You have a lifetime to make amends and atone, to become something more than you were. But if you die here, you are everything they say, everything you believe. Oh, that just gives me like full body chills. Is that what you want? She's not going anywhere. Hello, Arenvald. Arenvald? Why are you here? There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I can't fight by your side, but I can still cheer you on. I've seen your past, Charlie. How you were left behind while your friends rushed into battle. It's bloody hard, isn't it? Wanting to do something so desperately with every fiber of your being, knowing that you should be able to. You should, but you can't. Mm-hmm. So you find another way to support them. Your way. You did that too, didn't you? You were there for them, even if it didn't feel like it. But you were, Charlie. You were. As a friend of mine once said, not all heroes are forged in the fires of battle. Ooh. The history of Alamigo is written blood. While we cannot change the past, we can change the future. And for that, we must all play our part, all of us. I played it on the PS3 when it first came out. PS3? Oh, 2013, August. Yeah, so that's like, what, it's only 10? It was older than 10. Let us grant Charlie the peace he deserves. You too, Fedora. Ansfred, Emmeline. One day we'll be together again, but not yet. You'd never hurt anyone, Charlie. That's not who you are. Here we go, friends. You'll be remembered as the kind soul you always were. Holy shit, man. This is a lot heavier than I was expecting it to be. I'm counting on you. Mm-hmm. We're here. I want to say Cordia on him, right? We're gonna focus on him, and then we'll do this. We'll go. Now I'm gonna press all the wrong buttons entirely here. I can tell it's been such a long time since I've done this. Ah! Crap. Right? Oh, crap. Heal, 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 heal. There we go. You should be able to have more than one person on your focus hotbar, to be fair. When you think about it, right? Lightning is sapping Fedola's strength. Can I Eastern her? Where is my Eastern? I do have it, right? Ah, there it is. Nope. Need Oban, focus target. Damn, what is that he's doing? Holy crap. That was a bit chaotic. I forgot how much I like playing that class. We need to play more Sage, is what I'm saying. All quests in 14 should also be able to be done with a party of friends. Yeah, right? I don't know if that still is, but years ago, wasn't there a thing where you could share your quests that you were on? I don't know if that's ever been a thing in this game or if it's something else. I'm thinking this comes from. Oh, look at this. I think it was either this game way back when where you could share specific quests. That is probably my number one thing I want in 14. Really, Ash? It's fair to be honest. Oh. Nope, not gonna make me cry. No. I'm so happy that she got that right. Oh. Thank you. I mean it. Mustn't have been 14 that had it then. Yeah. Oh. See, that's the reason we're doing these quest lines. Right? Like, I've been looking everywhere for you. Have you now? I've not heard this tune before. We've put down the last remaining beast spawned by the blasphemy. It is a pity we could do not for those who turn, but that we were able to prevent further casualties is nothing short of a miracle. It's astonishing too. Looking back at Charlotte's case, although his existence spurred others to transform, he never attacked any settlements or travelers, even when he underwent a change in the middle of a crowded street. Ooh. Okay. Those who were present escaped with minor injuries at worst. I think that deep down his compassion is what kept the raging blasphemy at bay. The only time he emerged from hiding was to journey to the place where his brother died. Oh. Aye, it's clear he still retains some semblance of his former self. Right? Very clear. Another victim of the Empire's terrible legacy, along with his friends and so many others. But the Crania Lupi wasn't the creation of the Imperials alone. Many of those you have sought a place with them because they were denied one with us. That's why the memorial ceremony is so important. It's our chance to face our past together, to give them in death what we cannot in life. Not deny anyone a place in our memory, even if it hurts or makes us feel ashamed. You'll be attending, won't you? I haven't been ordered to, so I suppose not. That's the whole thing about it though, isn't it? It's not something that they should have to order someone no. It's down to whether you feel you should, in my respects, right? In light of your leal service to Alamigo, I don't know what leal means. I'm assuming good, right? Or honorable. I intend to have the conditions by which you're bound eased. Yes, good man. Providing I'm able to obtain approval, you will be granted a degree of freedom. Nice. At the very least, we should soon have no need for that choker. Good. Is that a smile? There will be no objections from me. You've done well. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were smiling. That reminds me of somebody who has insanely, amazingly good peripheral vision, and if you sit inside them, they're able to see as if they're looking right at you. It's crazy cool how they're able to do it. Well, I for one could be happier. Her efforts are being recognized. Yes, it gives me that much more motivation to continue my work with the Silver Griffins and bring the people of Alamigo closer together. Got to do my best to keep up with a certain little lordling, aye? Wait, lordling? Wasn't referring to us, right? Right. No. Maybe Pippin? Not us. Plot twist, it's not vision. They smell you. Hey! My usual pungent aroma has been diluted recently because I'm back on track with all of my stuff. So, to you, sir. Ash, you dick. Fair play, fair play. I think we've done enough for one day. Time we get some rest. My pungent aromaness is normally so bad. When I speak and I move my hands as I speak, it makes Morse code waves through the air that they're able to actually see and decipher. Oi, that's funny. I needed that today. Thank you so much. Let's see. Allow me, as both the guardian of Alamigo and as your sworn comrade, sworn, to express my thanks for coming to our aid in these desperate times. No matter what manner of disaster may befall us, your presence alone is enough to keep the flame of hope burning bright. Oh, oh. Even someone on the very precipice of despair, such as Padola, can find salvation in your guiding light. I have a question, friends, real quick, not to do with the game. I just got a message on one of my apps. Did you guys hear, not the high-pitched ping noise, you might have heard that come off my phone, but did you hear like a Facebook ping or anything like that, or a Discord ping? I told you, Stan. You shouldn't have, but I just want to double check and make sure that you didn't. Might have had like a high ping. That was my phone. Let's see. Laying it on a bit thicker, aren't you? Rude. Heavens forbid people would stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. You're something of an immortal flame yourself. I did not. Just my in-game opening and closing menu in-game. Excellent, Ash. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to return the compliment. Ha! Been waiting for a chance to use that one, haven't you? No idea what it means, right? I like to think I can still pull my way on and off the battlefield, but that might be a bit generous. In any case, it's safe to say we've all benefited enormously from your sterling work here. We couldn't ask for a better healer or a better friend. Our ambassador in Razathan will be relieved to learn of our success here. If you happen to cross paths, give him my regards, wouldn't you? Or would you, even? Oh. I love that rain sound just now. That is one of the few sounds IRL that will knock me out. Right, let's see. After handing this quest, and then we've done with the healer quest rolls up to this point. This place is kind of confusing for me though. I always end up getting lost here. Even with the map, I tend to make it like up to here, and then I always end up turning left for some reason. I don't know where it is. The cities are just confusing for me. Z. Oh, what? You say something? Z. Right. I normally end up going down there looking for it, I think it is, but it's here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so Sage. Yeah, there is another one. Okay. We'll hand this in and we'll see what the other ones are, yeah? Greetings. How goes it in Alamigo? Eliminating blasphemies, helping organize a memorial ceremony. They've certainly kept you busy. Ooh. A fine example of going above and beyond the call of duty. I'll be sure to send word of your exploits to Ulda. Wait till the Sultana hears about this. She probably already knows. Little Nanamo was likely hanging around every one of the corners. She's sneaky, you know that one. These role quests are great because it gives so much lore. Right? Exactly. Very much so. It's one of the reasons why I stopped right at the point where we're at with the story to do them, because I was like, I don't want to go too far and not be able to do them and have it meaningful, you know? Of course, we could probably do everything after we've done the MSQ, like we ended up doing with Shadowbringers, but I want to get these ones done before we get to any more of the main story. For that very reason. Her Grace will not be the only one to welcome this news. On behalf of the Grand Company of Eorzea and our allies, allow me to express my most heartfelt gratitude. Oh, if I press the thing properly. Nice. Oh, we just get all of them, right? Cool. You can now dial the job-specific gear for level 90 healers. Once you have fulfilled certain conditions within the main scenario quest for Endwalker. That's right. Right, now I need to see what these are for. So this is physical range DPS, so this will be Bard. You're magical range DPS, this will be our Pictal one, and this one? You're gonna be melee. Melee DPS, yeah, I don't think we've got a class we can do this with just yet. Let's see. One button now. Reaper is our highest one, but I like Samurai. I've not learned to use Reaper yet as much as I like it. Ooh, okay. So we may have a few streams where we're going to be leveling one of these. Okay, we'll think about this for now. Which one we want to do. The next one is going to be Bard. So let's go grab our Bard, yeah? Which is here. I won't lie, it's so nice to be back in this class. It's one of my favorite ones to play. I was sitting thinking about this last night. Like, the last time I was in this room, I'm sure there was 3 red things and not 2, which means we were missing a class. Seeds of Disquiet. The Doman delegate is seeking able-bodied adventurers on behalf of Lord Hien. Wait a minute. We've already done 2 of them. I was gonna say, should we do the classes like the story classes for the roles, but we've already done Sage and Paladin for 2 of the other ones, so we'll think about this one like we're gonna. Yeah. You know when you have like a stray thought come through for just a second and your brain goes, what if? The Doman delegate is seeking able-bodied adventurers on behalf of Lord Hien. Do mine eyes deceive me? Lady Vin? Oh, thank the Kami. Lord Hien has requested assistance in the resolution of a most urgent matter. The hunt for a fell beast believed to be a blasphemy. Though we have made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear even our finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma. Oh, a flying one. Which makes sense for the ranged DPS, right? But as your talent... Where's my dice? So good. But as your talent for striking down foes at a distance is beyond compare, I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary. Would be my pleasure. Well, if not, the marksman is up to the task. Rude. would be my pleasure. Oh, Kami be praised. I shall inform Lady Yugiri that she may receive you at the Dormant Enclave. Safe travels, Lady Bin. Oh, been thinking about what you were saying earlier, Ash, with the whole thing of like a dual shield wielding class. That would be an interesting concept for sure. Okay, guys, do any of you also see this? Look. Do any of you else see this? The map is smiling at us right now. The tankiest of tanks, LL, right? But could you imagine, instead of dual wielding it, what it did was they gave you, it was a great shielder, but they gave you specific skills. You're a PoE player, aren't you? So could you imagine it was like, you know, like what the shield skills are like in Path of Exile? Like those kind of stuff, but for a great shielder. Where you didn't have an actual main weapon, both hands took your shield, and you got this great big massive defense. Like a more traditional MMO kind of tank style, but it was so, like, be so totally different. Okay, so eye, nose, mouth, heads. That could work too, right? Yeah, I don't know how I've never seen this before. It's a face right there. Just staring at us, like going, ah. Good. Oh, wrong button. Wrong buttons. Stop pressing all the wrong buttons, Kyle. Jesus. To Namai. Oh, crap. There we go. Oh, actually, before we do anything, we should check out gear, right? We're all good. What's our... Yeah, we should be fine. Battle Steed Hall. It's funny because there's one of my little favorite mining locations just here. For I think it is wind crystals. Yeah, the green wind crystals. Literally, you go like along here, back down, up, back down here. And it's such a relaxing little thing to do. It's going to be interesting. I don't know much about Beastmaster and stuff. I don't know any of the lore surrounding it in previous games. Because I don't think I've played Final Fantasies realistically where those have been in any of the Final Fantasies. That I've noticed. So I'm sitting here whenever I've heard the name and I heard y'all getting excited about it, I'm just like, That'd be such a cool, interesting way to play if you were stood at the back giving actual proper commands to your pets and stuff. I'm glad crystal farming is super fast. It still takes a couple of hours. Like, it's nowhere near as long as mining for like the cobalt ore. The cobalt ore can take, but because I do it in stacks of 1,000. So basically, like, so I'll have like 1,000 ingots or more at a time. So that means I need 5,000 fire shards for it, and I need 2,000, I think, yeah, 2,000 cobalt ore. So that takes me a good amount of time. If you just have a few hundred for the crystals and shards, it's not too bad. But just sad that this Beastmaster job has an axe and not a whip. I mean, that's pretty fair, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, you'd think they would give you like a small hand axe, right? And then maybe a whip on the other hand. Like whip and then hand axe. Right, friends, I am gonna pop the chatting screen on real quick, so you can sit and enjoy our new Be Right Back screen. But I need to go for a quick bio break, real quick. So literally, I'll be 2 minutes at most. After that, we'll be continuing for a good while and doing some more of these quests. The 12 bounty gives me tons of crystals from each node. Yeah, it is cool. It is much nicer, and I've always found myself thinking like, why? I kind of understand and also want something like that, but for the ores and stuff, you know, that'd be so cool. Grab me a coffee while you're up. Oh, I don't know about that, Ash. I don't know about that. We will be right back, friendos, and we're literally gonna be 2 minutes. Yeah. You're gonna hand me your soul over, Ash, so I can take payment for that coffee, yeah? Back in a sec. And we're back. My soul full of dancing spiders, though. I'm fine with spiders, so you're all good. I'll still take it. Uh-huh. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Let's hop this back over. There we go. Right then. I should have blown my nose a little bit when we were up. Hay fever allergies are still getting me. Actually, how hot is it here today? I haven't checked this yet. 9 degrees. There's no way it's 9 degrees Celsius. It feels like it's been like 15, 20 plus today. I suppose it is getting to the point where he's cooling down a bit, won't it? It's good to see you, Vin. When we received word that you of all people had answered our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Lord Hien will be pleased at this reunion. If you would wait here a moment. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, what about centaurs? I gave the spider climb ability. That like lets you dash while prone. That's an interesting way. Like, if you before we read the dialogue here, like, if you gain the abilities of each of the beasts that you have, that would be interesting. I mean, that's kind of a play on Blue Mage, though, isn't it? Instead of keeping the beast, you just learn the ability of them, I think, don't you? I've never played Blue Mage, so I might be wrong there, but well, that the Kami should guide your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timings. What's going on with my lips and stuff today? Oh, I'm so gross. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome. The time is not on our side. as is ever the case with our friend here. Alright. Dash while spitting, Jesus. I'm just thinking about that. Dash while prone, sorry. Not long after receiving word of men transforming into a hideous beast in Thavnir, a similar creature was born of a woman in Isari. After attacking another villager, took to the skies and fled, or to where we know not. And all to a cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire. Wait, what? And all to a cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners. Ah, okay. Prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire, just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is wont to keep to the skies, well prepared, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Sorry, I've got to read this. I'm reading this, I'm looking over and seeing Ash, like your messages come through Ash, and I'm just seeing, imagine it, a centaur that can go prone and dash over 20 feet off walls and ceilings, lol. Just arse up and torso down. That's terrifying. That's more scary to me than any thought of any spiders and stuff, man. Jesus. Could you imagine playing D&D and walking into a cave and finding that? Oi, never mind in Final Fantasy, jeez. Anyway, let's see. Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker but no less gruesome abominations. As was the case... That's not right. As was the case in Thavnir, and the numbers increased by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety through emotions which of late can be found in abundance. Slaying the beast means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease. Lord Hien. The scariest thing I can think of in D&D, right? You have to help the villagers. They, oh god, no. Sir, please, calm yourself and tell us what happened. Another has been turned in Namai, my lord. For a blessing, no one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage. But the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next. Namai is the village we just ported into, and it is literally just around the corner from here, really. It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not. We will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise. I trust you're ready to join the fray. Yes. I like the Heavens Ward and Shadowbringer job quest, but this goes back to help Hien thing. Lost me halfway through. LOL. Really, buddy? Ooh, interesting. Okay. So we'll have to keep an eye out and see if we can figure out where. It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you. To be fair as well, I feel Stormblood is a big point for a lot of players if they make it to this point in the game, like Shadowbringers, Stormblood, I mean, before any of the rest of it happens after Stormblood. Stormblood tends to make a lot of people drop off anyway, doesn't it, itself? So yeah. At the time when I was coming through, I kind of did like Heian, and I did enjoy Stormblood because of all of the intrigue and stuff that happens. But the stuff that comes after it, man, oh, it makes Stormblood feel like before everything starts, like the shit starts hitting the fan in the post Stormblood MSQ. It makes everything just feel like, boy, you know. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. It made no sense. Everything that happens after Stormblood makes everything that happens before the end of the post MSQ for Stormblood just feel in my regard. So having make you come back to do stuff in this is cool, but I can see straight away why it would make people drop off. Is what I was meant to say. Stormblood could have been a good side quest. The best part was more the first part of the next expansion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I did enjoy Stormblood as a whole, but when they started setting up Shadowbringers, and I can point to the moment where I realized that it was starting to do that. It was what the first table sit down, and I was just like, oh, okay, shit's starting to hit the fan. Funny enough, that was also when we switched to Japanese voices too. Welcome back, by the way, my friend. Welcome back. I wouldn't say it was bad in any way, but it was still not anywhere near as good as what followed, bless his heart. Stormblood proper was just not good. Luckily, the vibe kept it going. I can respect that. I can respect that. I think that's what hit a lot of people, wasn't it? Like like we were saying just before, a lot of people do tend to fall off at the Stormblood part of the story until they get past those bits, if they do. The beast was right here, I swear. I thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please return to your village. You mean, I'm pretty sure this guy is from the village that's getting attacked, right? It looked good and was still fun though. See, I get that. I did have issues with Heian, how he almost never showed thanks to like the Scions in public. Almost never. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 times where he mentioned them in a sentence, but that was it. Right? We should split up. If we're to have any chance of finding anything, would you see to the west? I will search in the north. Yugiri, I leave the east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. My music. What is going on with my music? Now let us not waste any more time. Right? And he was lost about 5 miles away for how long? Right? You think 50 years the way he acted? Yeah. It's a weird one. I'm a bit of a weird creature like this. Like, firm believer of you can like something and still dislike parts of bits and pieces of the story and things and how certain parts were, but still overall enjoy it, which is kind of where I fall with it. Yeah. But like I say, man, anything that comes after Stormblood blows it out of the water. Absolutely blows it out of the water. The music for it was amazing, though. I don't have to say that. I forget we've got this new one that we need to wait to use, don't we? Increase damage dealt by self and all nearby party members. 2, 4, 6. So we need to wait until we have at least 3 quota, which is fine. I feel it's at the end of the rotation in a good way, because then we can go 1, 2, 3. Wait until we're gonna use this again, then fire this off, and then it'll be a big damage up for us, I think. Let's see. Music never lets you down in this game. The worst is still S tier. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a very good way to put that with regards to music. I love that. I'm gonna use that. Are you all right? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could. It would appear Vin arrived not a moment too soon. Why? Why did you kill my brother? Oh, Frank. Your brother? Young man, that creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had she not laid it to rest, it would have killed you and countless others. But if your heart cries out for one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. Wow. That right there is incredible. No, no, you're wrong. You killed him, murdered him. I hate you. How do you explain that situation to a youngster, like, a young mind like that? Like, that would be the only way, right? That he did there, really? Or one of the only ways to just... I mean, he didn't explain the situation, really, not in detail, but hopefully enough to make sense. I would reckon, in a way. Issei, what are you doing here? Searching for Tombo. Well, clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed. It was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tombo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you, forgive him for his outburst. Pretty sure Hien is going to understand this, right? His brother was all he had left. The father was conscripted by the Empire and was, regrettably, not among those returned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope they might one day be reunited was the only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Asari, a shadow of her former self. Gotta be honest, I mean, the land is fighting a war on multiple fronts. See, there is that as well, isn't there? So you'd think, like, even at that young an age, that they would have a fair grasp and understanding on life and death and everything, right? You would think. Still, though, I mean, sometimes when your emotions get to that stage, sometimes you just can't hear, can you? So may you have had no memories of the monster she was. Uh, So you may have had no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death, and of their father's absence. Deprived of hope and of hate all at once, they had nothing. Ah, my apologies for rambling. No, no, it was a rather enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who brought him comfort. I would hate me too. I swear, I will set things right for Tombo. For all the people of Doma, please, return home, Issei, and be safe. It does seem that Hien has grown and matured a bit, right? Let us return to the Dome and Enclave. This ordeal has given me much to consider. The resistance suffered huge losses, something you can't just sugarcoat away. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I feel also like in the situation that just happened though, I mean, that boy just watched. There's no easy way to say this. His brother just transformed into an abomination of a monster before his eyes, right? Then fled the village. In his love, that young boy followed him. Was about to be attacked by the monster. And then we showed up, didn't ask any questions from his perspective, and then just like eradicated the monster. If you're not aware that people are transforming into monsters and stuff, as an adult, I would say, like, it would be a shock to see that happen before you. Anyway, never mind if you're a young boy, a child, you know, like, it would, like, the surprise of that would override any rational thinking, I would think. In and out of the enclave, and then at that point, I would, for 99% of children, I would believe they would revert back to, you killed my brother, like that child did, you know. So I totally get that 100%. It's one of the things I like about these quest lines from like 85 to 90 for the classes. There's no sugarcoating anything, you know. Started off in Shadowbringers, where they started taking a look at the harder parts of the stories. They stopped shying away from any of the heavier stuff. And then, like, from the get-go of Shadowbringers, to be fair. And then once you hit Endwalker, well, the sheer heavy weight of the emotions and the storytelling is just, it shows everything, you know. And it's actually one of the things I like about it, because it makes it visceral and real in a way, in that regard. At least for me it has. It's at the point just now where it's not hiding from any of the hard stuff in any ways. I owe you a great debt for your timely assistance, and an apology for I've made you an executioner in young Tombo's eyes. Would that I had been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had become. But we haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action. And after hearing of Tombo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters were returned to us in the prisoner exchange, but even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yotsuyu, who is directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them and their grief. But what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that, who are left alone with their anger and their pain? It may well give way to despair, and then, well, I would actually expect it to, right? They would share the same fate as Tombo's brother, yes? Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish. Here we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin making rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbours believe are more distressed of late. Very good. The other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy, which set these events in motion. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured, we will keep you apprised of our findings. That's one thing that hasn't seemed to have changed, I think, from the Stormblood stuff. The amount of dialogue, like big paragraph dialogues. Uh-huh. Wait. Lord Hume's extended absence from the Enclave does not sit well with you. When the Kami answer. Oh. Vin. We have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Isari. But for a blessing, we have received no reports of others that have turned. Good. Lord Hien, for his part, has made a concerted effort to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination. Sorry. Might I ask you to accompany me? Yes. Thank you. I'm sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless I should be glad to find him quickly. Really? We haven't been to a place in between the places for a while then. Interesting. I was gonna say, I'm sure we've been there before, right? But we've not actually like been back in a good while, I want to say. You know what? Let's use Whale Friend today. We haven't used in a good little while. Whale. Yeah, the fact that they don't hide from the heaviest stuff is really good. I mean, they couldn't tell the story that they are telling if they did hide away from any of it. Right? Ah, we could have teleported there. Okay, I didn't realize this was actually here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I always forget this little place is here, you know, like every time. Right, let's see. Ian. Still think if you can pull the right bricks out of this tower and it doesn't collapse like in Jenga, you get unlimited pizza deliveries for life, I've been told. Vin, Yugiri, my apologies. I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Isari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Oh, excuse me. Knowing the blasphemy, sign me up, says Ash. Right. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with the silence. Or like maybe they're feeling shame for it or something? Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise lest I draw undue attention. Come then, let us see what we can discover. Thank you, both of you. I think we're going to go and chat with people, aren't we? That's what we're saying. Yeah. Ooh. Barely villager. I owe great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our Lord failed to punish the Viceroy for her crimes and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. Um, I made that entire screen flash and that was weird. Hello, Ghost. I'm doing good. How are you? I hope you are having an awesome time, my friend. We're just going through some of, well, all as much of the role quests that we can do. Doing good though, doing good. A little bit anxious, but we're managing. A blasphemy. You're mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited not by a monster, but a kami. Is a nami. Ooh, I think this is the first time we're hearing of this, right? The Lord Hien, uh, where Lord Hien is could be, no, that's not right. Where Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers a boundless compassion and love. No, I'm obscure. I can stay. I mean, this is MSQ adjacent. It is to do with characters and stuff. And it is characters that are in the MSQ. It's just filling out like some of the story and some of the things for them. I would still say there would be spoilery. I mean, we're in a place just now that is in the Stormblood expansion. Yeah, I would say it's still spoilery, very much so. It's okay. I can stay for your beautiful face. Oh, thank you. I don't want you to be spoiled though, friend, yeah? So, like, honestly, I'm gonna ask you this. How into the story are you? Hello, Bobs. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Here's a question, Ghost. I'm in Heavensward, and like, are you really into it? If you're really into it, then probably not best to watch because it will spoil a lot of stuff for you still. Yeah, because we're going through each of the expansions, kind of. Like when we're done them. Yeah, I know, my friend. I know. You'll be catching up soon, though. It sounds like you're going really quite fast. So, yeah, it's great to see you, though. And the same for you as well, Bob. I'm doing great. How are you? I'm okay. I'm okay. I've got some anxiety and stuff today, but that's just day-to-day stuff, you know. But I'm doing okay. We're coping. We're coping. I will come back then. Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend. I would love to. I would love to, to for you to be able to stay, and I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, but trust me, it's worth it. It's so worth it. I hope you're doing good though. Right. It's funny because any other side questing and stuff, like I feel before this part, before Shadowbringers even, you could probably get away with watching the class quest, but like after Shadowbringers onwards, they tie them into the story, don't they, in a way, so yeah. I'm glad you're doing good though, Bobs. It's nice to hear. Aye, that's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Asari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but was not to be. If I am to be honest, I feared the loss drove her mother-in-law mad. Kiss I. Want to say that's I, isn't it? Kiss I has ever been a devout believer in the kami and the blessings, but she's somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. If anyone's ever seen Naruto, they understand why that is. Class. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to shore in her belief. Hearsay, hearsay is what it is. Do, 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 do. Ah! Do, 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 do. 6 more pieces left to get from my gatherers, then the materia farm. I was just about to ask Ash, actually, how are you getting on? But are you doing good? Sounds like you're getting there. Uh-huh. I see. I see. Little wonder they have refused to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma and ushers souls of the departed into the land of the dead. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim that this Kisai can speak with the dead. In fact, she will be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of the fanaticism. It's a tough word for me to say that one. Not for me, of course. My presence would draw undue attention. Might I ask you both to attend in my stead? It's funny that, like, I understand that he would draw undue attention, but, like, we're known to be normally not too far away from him, right? At least Yugiri is. She is kind of in regular clothing too. Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Oh. I like that she changed the clothes for this. It is faster now. You can gather more each node. Nice. Even the feel of the scene here, right? O spirits of Isari, I beseech you, lend me your voice and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more. Oh? Akitsu. Father? Still tending the nets, like I taught you. Yes, father, every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. There was an interesting thing happened there as well. I don't know if you've caught it. Yugiri took a step back, but we stepped forward. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I am proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. Father, what's wrong? He is in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What, what must what must we do to ease their pain? I love this tone. Fear not, Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them unto the hereafter. When her work is finished, her father's spirit and all the others will find peace. Oh, that's the boy. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him? Interesting that he would ask for his father, not the brother he just watched turn into a monster, right? Kisai, Kisai, can you commune with my husband? Bless them. What about my family? Help me, Kisai, please. So is Kisai's ability all that she claims? That's the thing. Is it like it is faster now. Can gather more at each node. Awesome. That's like probably the bigger upgrade, isn't it? Being able to get more with a single hit. It's one less time you have to visit that node. But each one that number goes up. That little number. Let's see. A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her. I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with certainly are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all the anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tombo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kisai and her ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Oh, you both got me there. The worst part is I just waiting on the timer. Feel that. And then Bob's just goes hashtag that gather a life, right? I pretty sure you just heard the majority of the Final Fantasy 14 community just go, I feel that. I feel the pain. Let's see. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claiming innocent lives to restore order. Yeah, it sounds more like a primal, right? She comes. It is Izanami. Oh, I look cute while waiting. Yeah. The blasphemy. Yeah. Fuck. Lord Hien, the kami. She appeared as if from nowhere. And in the middle And in the next instant, this poor man was... Luckily, Reaper keeps us company. Yeah. That's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we're here. We were too late. No, that was my statement, wasn't it? So we were too late. I spoke with him before and sorry. Aha, I thought that. Wasn't he the one of the villagers returned in the prisoner exchange? Yeah. You recognize him then? Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder? It does not become, my lord, to speak ill of the company. Oh? Or is this going to be... Ah. Hi. It's got interesting scale patterns, right? I understand you are come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it. But you're sorely mistaken. My daughter-in-law, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes. Was just waiting on this happening. I wasn't taking a drink. Ash, Jesus. Just realized your Geary sounds like a Street Fighter move, right? Have any of you watched the trailer yet for the new Street Fighter movie? So I think the trailer's out for it, isn't it? I think. Minato, please. I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. No justice. The Witch of Doma spared, given a second chance, and my husband, condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can't give me even that. And when I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, the gaping wound that would never heal, begin to bleed. Oh. Yeah. Oh, friend. Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the Kami, in Izanami. Oh, I want to believe, but... What's her name? Oh, wow, okay. I was wondering when we were going to see that particular one. We see them in the Endwalker trailer, covering the skies above, I think, either Thavnir or Sharlayan. I think it's Thavnir, right? Izanami has come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between the world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the Kami. I think this lady is in denial, bless her heart. She doesn't want to admit that her loved one has gone to... There's balance you speak of has claimed the lives of those of two innocents, but recently returned to us. I cannot, I will not accept that the Kami would condone such cruelty. No, Krilla, crueler than the sight of your so you're free and forgiven, whilst my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. Oof. Oof. With all due respect, Lord Hien, it is not your duty to protect Dorman and her people. How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Ooh. Only the Kami are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been. Jeez. Is it out? Looks super cheesy the way it should be. I don't know if it is. That was kind of why I was asking Ash, because I've seen a few articles about people seeing the trailer and stuff, and I don't know if the movie's out yet or if it's soon. I think it's soon. Oof. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much, at least. You seemed distracted during our conversation with Kisai. Is something the matter? Oh, I meant the trailer is out. Ah, okay, thank you. Yeah. I haven't watched it myself yet. I've seen little bits. I've heard a few people talk about some stuff in articles, but to be fair, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. I'm not so much a Street Fighter fan, but I get why people are, to be honest. The echo and the blasphemy was indeed born of Minato. To be a witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. Yes, finish him. Right, Bobs? Speaking of, there is a new Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out very soon. I saw the trailer for that, and that looks good. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. That was what I was thinking. I believe I know now what must be done. I but pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Oh wow, it's that far away. The Street Fighter movie, release date October 16th, 2026. Damn, so it's still months away. It must be the Mortal Kombat one then that's coming out, right? Watch that be in like 2 months as well. I swear my perception of time is so all over the place. I was explaining to somebody very dear to me recently that it's like really hard for us to remember dates and things. In like my perception of time with regards to those kind of stuff is just impossible for me to, unless it's written down for me, it's impossible for me to be able to store that information as much as I try, you know. Very much an ADHD, part of my ADHD, but it's so strange, it's so weird. I like the way this music sounds though. And yes, I am gonna say that every single time we get we're able to hear it. May 8th, 2026 for Mortal Kombat 2. Oh well, that's not too bad. Only a couple of weeks then for that one. Do 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 do. We are gonna be lazy this time. Oh, up there. From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. It is plain she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsuya to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. Path to despair paved by my good intentions, a truth that will weigh heavy on many conscience, on my conscience even, unto my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who will return to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. So now we at least know she's heading for them, right? Once the safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. You can kind of feel like he's compartmentalizing a lot, right? As the ruler, the person in charge, you can, when he speaks like that, it's very matter of fact, isn't it? There's not much emotion connected to it. Even when he's talking about the facts and things, it's like very much, this is the info, this is the info, this is the info, this is the info, you know? And I'm kind of glad they've done that because it feels right for somebody in his situation. May 8th, 2026 for Mortal Kombat 2. I think I want to go see that, you know. I didn't get a chance to see the first one. But, yeah, there's work to be done yet. Yugiri appears reluctant to take action. Home no longer. Ah, Vin. If you have come to ask after the blasphemy, I have not to share as of yet. Our shinobi have seen no sign of the beast. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Heian has seen them safely to the Kaioken. I want to say Kaioken when I say that. Kaioken. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villagers turning, and yet, before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there is a matter I feel warrants further investigation. Kisai. Though a villager of Isari, I suspect she may, in fact, hail from my home. See if I can say this properly. Suino Sato. I think that's right, isn't it? Knowing they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the caution to connect Suino Sato, contact Suino Sato in my stead. To hear tell of it, Princess Kurenai has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. Nice. Mentor of Kisai, however, the cordial warmth turned strangely cold. Ooh. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Suino Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine. Oh, crap. 1 second. I dropped my dice. Need my dice. Aha. Victory is ours. Right. Oh, I am oddly boiling warm, but cooled at the same time. Oh, actually, if you give me 1 second, we'll continue this in just a sec. I'm gonna put a jumper on. Say a jumper. Oh, much better. We've got the comfies on. It's approaching evening, so it's okay. I'm allowed to have my comfies on at this time. Whew. Before we get back to this, let's see what's Ash saying. Hopefully they have ability in it, or I might just throw a tantrum. Ability? Do you mean fatalities? They had fatalities in the first one, I think, didn't they? I think they did. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Suino Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Were I to disguise myself, I might well go unnoticed in your company, if you are willing to take the risk. Ash, I didn't know that was a thing. No babality. Turning your foe into baby Jesus. Let's see. Thank you. That is made for Ono Koro then. I mean, it does have what's his name? Johnny Cage. I think that's the character, isn't it? Johnny Cage. It's not Luke. I think it's Johnny, isn't it? Even just remembering that, I only seen it like yesterday or the day before as well. Jesus. It's funny that we're just talking about stuff being so ridiculous and out there anyway, you know, and then you come out with that. So of course, that's something. I think it's going to be an R-rated movie again, but like I think they might draw the line at that one. To be fair. Oh, Yukiri is one of my favorite characters. Yeah. The garments I wore when we first met, sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. Really? How many years has it been since last I saw home? I am a shinobi of Doma. Doma, aye. Even as a child, I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Suino Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children, I often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day, we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash. God, could you imagine? Imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves. It was there I first met a young boy named Shun. A sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon, training to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Oh? Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined him in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I love grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed, and I found it as a shinobi. That's kind of like the Gungans, right? In Star Wars, they didn't care about what was happening to the planet above them, because they were just like, yeah, the Empire will never find us. It's very similar to that. But the people feared war and conflict would follow on my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret mine own. Babalities were introduced in Mortal Kombat 2, so it makes sense to have them in this movie. I mean, if they did, I wonder how they would do it, right? Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again, openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess, however, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for their sake, I would remain not but a faceless shinobi at your employ. Surely to God, though, one of the few people banished, right, would be noticeable, right? Although it has been a good while from a sense of it, hasn't it? Thank you. With that in mind, let's make the Suino Sato. All these years, yet not appears to have changed since the day I left. And now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kasai's departure from Suino Sato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave. In training. I love the fact that they just follow you now instead of you having to do the beckon stuff. This is how weird my mind is today, guys, right? It's how weird it is. Said that last sentence about beckon, like the slash beckon command, and my brain goes, that sounds like bacon. Now I want bacon. What? I swear. The inattentive stuff is through the roof today. Agreed slash beckon was a pain, right? Wasn't it? Kasai. The name sounds familiar, and yet... Apologies, friend. My memory is not what it once was. Bacon, though. Sign me up, right? Let's seek out another. Oh, there's one there. The other one's going to be up the top, I think, aren't they? They're going to be up those stairs, I would say. Hopefully you guys didn't hear the local T-Rex grumbling as it went by there. Right. My, it has been quite some time since last I heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her after all these years, I wonder? Oh, okay. Please, is there anything else you can tell us? Yunagi was quite close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out. Mother, and hope to avoid my parents. But if there is no other way, Vin, may I ask you to take the lead? Oh, I hope this goes okay. Poor Yugiri. This place kind of reminds me a little bit of Fisherman Island from One Piece, right? That's it, BLT for dinner. I feel that. I'm not gonna lie, I got a foot-long Subway today, and that was the one that I got. Yeah. Still have half of it in the kitchen for later on. It is good to see you again. To what do we owe the honor of your visit? Oh, sorry. Sorry for both sides here. Kisai. Yes, we were close. But that was a long, long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away, perhaps? Delicious, I Ash. Still, if I can be of assistance to the woman to whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Yes, I was born to a family of priests, and even at an early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. Oh, so that's not a new thing for her then. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years, knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shisui. I can never say that right. Of the Violet Tides for a private audience. Ooh. No one knows what Kisai said to her in the palace, only that the princess was incandescent with rage and ordered her exile forthwith. Oh god. Oh. Some believe Kasai revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful. But who is to say the dead would know the truth, and not speak to deceive? Thus, could we never be certain if it wasn't simply fantasy or a power divine? She does look like you, like Yugiri does look like her mother, right? The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kasai since her banishment. They're gonna know it's her, right? Yeah. Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar. I believe this is the first time our humble shinobi has visited Suino Sato. I imagine she does, considering she's... Ah. I'm gonna say the top one, right? Top one. If Yugiri wanted them to know, she would have made it clear to them. Ah, is that so? For the briefest of moments, you reminded me of someone quite dear to my heart. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yugiri Mistwalker. Should you chance to meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message? Oh. Tell her that her mother and father love her. That we could not be more proud of her. Aww. I will. Come on, Yugiri, take your mask off. Come on. I've no doubt she feels the same. Not a day goes by without you in her thoughts. Ahem. I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro? Aww. Bless them. Ah. Delicious, says Ash. Yeah, was it? The parts of it I've been able to munch were very tasty. I get double cheese, double meats. And all the salad stuff to go with it. The salad bits though, my body's gonna be like, how dare you put healthy stuff in here? What's going on? My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. God help anybody that was outside the flat and heard me say that just now without context. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace. As a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance. Mayhap there will come a day when Suino Sato opens to the world. A day when Yugiri Mistwalker can be returned with her mother and father. Reunited with her mother and father. But that Lord Hien could be afforded the same opportunity. Oh my god. The Lord Kyan and Lady Mina have long since passed. Two of too many lives lost in the Imperial occupation. I can't imagine he would ever succumb to despair. But make no mistake, Lord Hien knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times. That's completely fair, right? But perhaps I have said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting. Durf. To go from that soft music to this, it's like, wow. Wait, can we actually teleport straight to the Enclave? Can we? Oh, we can. I've been going the long way around the whole time. Aye. Haha, salad? What's that? Sounds like poison. It's funny, I don't actually mind salad, but it's not like my go-to, you know? But if I get something that's very, like, meat-heavy, I will often devour any salad that comes along with it. I've got to have salad with it, because it's just like... You've got to offset all of that somehow, right? Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightening one. We'll see what's a great all. So she does, in fact, hail from Suino Sato. And you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood? Genuine or no, the people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. but the returnees are safe at the Kiankan. Its defenses bolstered. As for the blasphemy, I have spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts across the length and breadth of Doma to take up the search in earnest. Nice. Mark my words, we will find it. It's a big ass flying tentacled monster. Even in this world, that's a rarity, right? Not to mention that, like, the despair creature aspect of it. Either way, I give it to my wife. That's fair. Me, pizza, her salad, easy. Yeah, I suppose that does make things very easy, doesn't it? Oh damn it, why is stuff not working properly? There we go. Forgive me, friends, just things not working right for me real quick. The devoted daughter. Yugiri appears armed and ready to leave the Enclave, which can only mean one thing. Ooh. I always forget just how long these questlines actually go for too, you know. You've arrived not a moment too soon. The blasphemy has been sighted on the coast. For a mercy, there are no reported casualties as of yet. Just the women I was hoping to see. No sooner had we cast wide our net than a Confederate messenger was at our door. If you would join us, Rasho awaits our arrival at Onokoro. Like a BLT minus the L and the T. That's just bacon at that point. It's just a bacon sandwich at that point. Oh, Ash. Nothing wrong with that, mind you. Bacon is amazingly tasty. So nothing wrong with that. Happy. There's so much movement outside today. What is going on? Why daylight and people be so busy? Ah. I thought I recognized that name. I was like, I know that name Rasho. I know. Well, now that the noble Lord of Doma should come in person once again, mayhap these blasphemies truly are a threat. Indeed they are, and I was told you and yours sighted our quarry quite recently. I thought we did, near the islands of Shoal Rock. Shoal Rock even. Wait, I don't know what happened there. Well, I do. The beast appeared to be docile by all accounts, but appearances can be deceiving. If it is as you say, and this blasphemy has eyes only for former conscripts, then we have not to fear. I trust those we accepted into our care are still in yours at the King Can. I'm gonna call it the Khan. At the Khan. enjoying the finest Doman hospitality. Anyways, I know not why it came to the Ruby Sea, nor why it remains idle. But if we act quickly, there is a chance we can take it unawares. I propose that we divide our forces. If you're willing to go ashore, we'll take a ship and circle about the islands. The first to find it will have the honor of the kill. Ha, a simple enough plan. Shall we be off to Shoal Rock then? Oh, that felt like it was... No. You know when there's like a notification on your phone or something and you get like that vibration from it across the table? That's what I felt like just then, but I just had a look, it wasn't the case. Well, actually, yeah, we'll use Gorilla Friend again. Because why not? Yeah, the way that flies with you. That's cool, right? This is where the blasphemy was last sighted. If the fates are kind, this will be over soon. When are the fates ever kind, friend? Oh, come on. When? God, I just realized how red and sunburnt my face actually is. That's so worth it. Damn. Such speed. I doubt even my falcons could keep pace with it. Don't tell me that's a blasphemy flying off into the distance. I hoped the ill will that bore me in life might compel the beast to stay and fight. Which is a fair, what is it, conclusion to jump to? At least I feel it is. Perhaps less of Minato remains than I thought. Minato? Oh god. That monstrosity, where's Minato? There's a kitty here attacking my nostril again. You knew her? Did you not think to ask this and tell them who it was before we went hunting it down here? Come on. The family tried to flee to Hingashi during the occupation, but the ship was raided and sunk. When we happened upon the wreckage, she was huddled between her parents on a piece of flotsam, desperate to keep warm, but they had long since grown cold. We took her to Onokoro, where we nursed her back to health. Couldn't imagine what horrors she must have witnessed. The mere sight of our weapons was enough to make her start screaming. Again, fair. She was clearly unfit for our trade, so we sought a village that might take her in. Sorry was that village. Several months later, I chanced to meet her on this very beach. She was in the company of a young Ori fisherman, and I knew at once she had found more than a home there. I saw them here many times after that. She found something comforting about this place, I think. According to reports from Razat Han, the memories and desires of those who turned can influence their behavior as blasphemies. Then perhaps Minato's memories are what compelled the beast to come here. That would also explain its timid nature, right? At least I get that. I understand that. It was reminiscing. And I was never one for violence, and the sight of you, blade drawn, no doubt, stirred what little of the woman remains in the monster. That's one of the fight or flight response is one of the strongest responses as well to contend with. If that is the case, an assault on the King Khan Khan, I think it might be right, Khan is unlikely, guarded as it is by our samurai. But how are we to fight an enemy so quick to flee at the first sign of danger? Robbed of her parents, her husband, and now her life. I would rather we didn't have to at all. Can't leave her in this situation, alright? That's cruel. But I understand full well the risk we take by doing nothing. If we catch sight of the blasphemy again, you will be the first to know. Perhaps next time, we can put her soul to rest. Hello. Big ass blue ninja noodle just floating there. There is naught to do now but bide our time. Come, let us return to the Enclave. I need to find my glasses and put them on, and I have no idea where they are. I think they may be in my coat, actually, now that I remember. I think that's where they might be. That music is so strange for where we actually were. do, 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 do. Given what we have learned, it seems likely that the blasphemy will return to Shoal Rock. But that knowledge will avail us not if we cannot prevent it from escaping again. Oh, crap. Oh my god. Does anybody else ever experience, and I know it's not quite unique to ADHD, but it's like the way we experience the time blindness stuff is unique to us. That does make sense. Time blindness is. I just realized it felt like it's been hours and hours and hours, but it's not. It's been like 20 minutes since I last looked at the clock. I'm like, huh? Lord Hien, on behalf of the people of Isari, we are come with a request. We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. What is it you would ask of me? Those returned to us in the prisoner exchange have been granted shelter at the Khan. I swear, we will figure that out. That they yet live is an affront to the Kami's grand design, and the spirits of our loved ones suffer for it. Balance must needs be restored, and so I beseech you to render them unto the goddess Izanami. Absolutely not. You can't get any more clear than that, can you? There's not a place to pray for the death of others, or draw steel to sate mere bloodlust. When I take life, be it by command or my own hand. I do so not in service to vengeance, but to uphold my duty to Doma and her people. That is very fair. That fits perfectly with him, his character, and the whole samurai motif. How did your mercy for Yotsuyu serve your duty? How were your people made better by the sight of her walking free? For her crimes and her cruelty, I cut her down the day we took Doma Castle. I sought to kill her, and by rights she should have died then and there. I think they're forgetting that, aren't they? But the Kami willed otherwise, and returned her to us alive and bereft of her memories. With no recollection of her deeds, it would have been Suyu who faced punishment, not Yotsuyu. This was my judgment, and for it you were denied the justice you deserve. You have every right to resent me. But you came before me and asked that I sacrifice men and women whose only crime was to suffer, to be condemned for life of servitude. If you truly believe your cause to be sacrosanct, believe yourselves fit to bear the burden and swing the sword, then step forward. Ooh. Well said. Sophistry and lies. They were meant to die. The spirits demand it. Are these the words of the dead, or the living who yet mourn? What's that, sir? I was hoping we were going to get to see him. Yeah. Look at him. Word of the Isari priest and her gifts has spread far and wide, and I thought to see the truth of it myself. By coincidence, I crossed paths with a traveler hailing from the self-same village, who had a mind to return as well, but, alas, could not, and so he bid me deliver a missive in his stead. I was hoping we were going to get to see this. Judging by the striking resemblance, I take it you're the young fisher Akitsu? This is a letter from my father. He was severely wounded in battle, but expects to make a full recovery. Oh, he's alive, but that would mean... Oh. That's low. Surely a woman of your talents can divine a plausible explanation for this turn of events. I'm gonna say it was the will of the Kami, right? You shall pay for this contumely. I don't know that word. My daughter will make certain of that. Wait, they're still following her? Even though it was just proven that she's lying, right? Sweet. 3 more pieces left to get. Botanist offhand, miner offhand, and 1 wrist. Dude, you're flying through that. Well done. That's incredible. Apologies for the abrupt and otherwise unannounced arrival. As you can see, my Lord Hien, I am returned. Hello, Gozetzer. Full glad am I for it. Thanks to your timely arrival, we have given the lie to Kisai's claims of preternatural powers. I gather you're appraised of recent events. How come this can't be the music that normally plays here? This is so much more fitting with the area, right? It did not take long to learn the state of affairs here in Doma, and that my assistance may be required. Just seeing him again makes going through this entire questline so worth it for me. We love Gazetsu. I'd heard tales of Kisai channeling the dead, including the father of one young fisherman. Imagine my surprise when I saw this spirit in the flesh. He was also on a pilgrimage, paying respects to the departed, and we chanced to meet in a Liberation Front infirmary. Just goes to show you, doesn't it? Whether it's in games or IRL, you never know who you're going to bump into and stuff, and what conversations will get brought up. It's crazy cool. Really hope we get to see him more in the expansions. Me too. Me too. The total vibe of this changed the second he walked up there. With that, we were not brought back together under such circumstances. I am glad to see you all hale and hearty. The last time we seen him, I think it was during the post-Stormblood stuff, wasn't it? And it was like just before the shit hit the fan, I want to say. And it looked like we were never going to get to see him again. So this is such a good surprise. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh no. This ain't gonna be good. Humble, is something the matter? Oh. I wish to apologize, Lord Hien. It was wrong of me earlier to say the things I said. Good lad. Right? That takes a lot of strength to do that. I understand nothing can bring back my father, but I was so angry, Please, Tumble, you needn't apologize. It's just, my brother was always so brave, but father's death was more than he could bear, and it turned him into that monster. If he wasn't brave enough, what chance do I have? He was. We wanted to perform the rites for father, but the body was never returned to us. So, not that I blame you for that, Lord Hien. I understand nothing could be done. That Akitsu's father survived is nothing short of a miracle, but I fear he is indeed the rare exception. I have offered prayers at more graves than I can count. It would be cruel to give others the false hope that their loved ones might return. And yet Kisai continues to do just that, offering comfort with her lies. Attempting but ephemeral balm for wounds that have yet to heal. Much like the anger some harbor for you, or resentment for the families restored while theirs remain broken. But for those like the poor boy whose hearts lack for hatred, we know only sadness and despair. They too may turn. Exposing the truth of Kisai's deception hasn't helped matters. If we are to prevent more suffering, we must pursue a lasting solution. I would be more grateful for your counsel, Gazetsu. There is much I could learn from your pilgrimage. So is he just back now for them? I think so, right? Is there aught you require? If there is aught you require, but say the word and it shall be done. It is the least I can do for the part I played in Yotsuyu's tragedy. I failed her in the end, but I will not fail you, my lord. Thank you again for your aid, Vin. The day's events have given me much to consider. When our next step is decided, you will be first to know. It is time again. Hello, vampire.
The chat commands you to hydrate.
Think to you, my friend. Thank you so much. We have Iron Brew today. Yeah. The lifeblood of any Scotsman. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. We're just going through the class quests, the level 85 to 90 class quests, role quests, I want to say. Role quests now, aren't there? And we are doing the Stormblood ones today. And we're nearly finished for these ones. Regrettably, there have been no sighting of the blasphemy since our first encounter at Shoal Rock. As Tansery surmised, it seems to fear confrontation. We, for our part, have tried to make good use of this intervening calm. Even now, Lord Hien and Gazetsu discuss how we might prevent our villagers from turning. If you would wait here a moment, we would no doubt wish to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do-do-do. I don't know how I've not lost my voice, you know, how much dialogue there is in this game. There is so much. How Davis 2 is still fun. The bots are being redacted. Getting a new war bond on the 28th. Those, so I'm farming for creds. Nice. Cool. Sounds like you're having all the fun. Those pesky bots though, man. Oi. I know those feels. Vin, so glad you could come. As Yugiri no doubt explained, the blasphemy continues to elude us. And so we have turned our attention to other matters we can and should address. After long discussions and much deliberation, we believe we have found a means to allay the growing malaise of our people. If you would, Gazetsu. The idea came to us after considering young Tombo's remarks about his father. His body was never found and returned to Doma. Others, no doubt, share in his melancholy, which is understandable, right? Unable to bury and mourn their loved ones as is their right. Put simply, they cannot make peace with their loss. Their anguish, if left to linger, may consume them as well. That we might...
I regret nothing.
You got me, dude. Ooh. Aye, nicely timed. That we might provide the, just as I was saying the first word there as well, that we might provide the people of Doma with comfort and closure, we will hold a national funeral at the Swallow's Compass. Those who chose to attend will be asked to present personal artifacts of the deceased they wish to be enshrined there. Oh, that's a lovely gesture, right? Spirits reside in all things, be they living or inanimate. And though we may die, part of us lives on in the items we cherished most in life. Therefore, in lieu of remains, these belongings will be afforded a place in the royal mausoleum, that the spirits of those lost to us may find their way home to Doma and at last know peace. Oh, I still love the aura chick. Oh, you mean Yugiri? right? Isn't she incredible? Isn't she? She's one of my favorite characters for sure. I think I said this earlier. The announcement has already been made, and a great many people are now engaged in the difficult task of deciding which keepsake will serve as their offering. That's still funny, Ash. There's not a decision to be made lightly, but I suspect they will have made up their minds by the time we go to collect the chosen tokens. I also hope to learn more about the departed from those willing to speak with me, for my benefit and for theirs. To break free of their sorrow, they must seek joy in the memories and the love they shared with the departed, and I will help them find it. Might the liberator of Doma be willing to favor the people with her presence as well? I doubt not that they will appreciate the gesture. Good. Yugiri, I leave the people of Isari to you, Gozetsu. May I ask you to... Apologies, my lord, but there is a small but most urgent matter I must first tend to. Oh? More important than this? Very well. It was interesting that he couldn't look him in the face there, right? Very well. I shall not pry. Now, Vin, let's go and pay a visit to the good people of Namai. I'm doing a Final Fantasy style D&D soon. The setting is Final Fantasy 14 due to it fits D&D so well. It's funny you say that. I've watched all of Campaign 2 for Critical Role. I'm pretty sure there is a lot that Matt Mercer took a lot from this game. I know he's a huge Final Fantasy fan, so I'm pretty sure he based a lot of stuff in Campaign 2 off of some stuff in this. Because I was sitting watching it and I was like, that happens in this, that happens in this, that happened. Oh my god. So like 14 fits so well with D&D. It really does. That's gonna be cool. Not Ash, sorry, Vampire. That's gonna be really cool. I ran a D&D 14 campaign last year. It was a ton of fun seeing them navigate it. Oh, I can imagine. I can just imagine, my friend. Right then, before we begin, I would remind you that you need only listen to the tales of their loved ones. As overseer of the ceremony, I see it as my duty to deliver their effects personally. Because of this, it is of the utmost importance that we keep clear of any beast that might damage our cargo. It goes without saying how important it is that their offerings are delivered in pristine condition, and I will be no good to you in a fight while heavily encumbered. If stealth or fight are not options, I must ask that you fight for us both, at flight even. But we needn't worry unless the occasion arises. Now, let us be off. Wait, what? What? I hear that. You know when you're trying to scroll your mouse wheel and your finger just runs across it, like, and it just doesn't do it? So he's gonna be picking the tokens up, right? My husband, I dare sweet Maroya, never returned from Golemo. But perhaps now his soul might know peace. Please take this painting brush to the swallow's compass. Oh. I shall handle it with the utmost care. Might we trouble you to tell us more about your husband? Maroya was a kind and gentle soul. There was nothing he loved more in the world than to create. That brush never left his side, not even when he tended the fields. Any spare moment was dedicated to his craft, and he he produced the most wonderful vistas of Yangsha. It was his dream to take us to Kugane, where he would become a famous artist, until he was conscripted. In the early days, he would send drawings of the places they took him, though I know not how, but more time began to pass between each arrival, and then they stopped coming altogether. Oh, bless your heart, lady. Oh. I know not in what far-flung land he died. I pray it was as beautiful as his works. He sounds like quite a man. To hold fast to his art even when forced to endure such hardship. His soul will find peace. Of that I have no doubt. Oh. It will not get me today. If I start, I will not stop. It's not going to get me. I just need to figure out how to connect the Final Fantasy universe to the D&D world I created. There's going to be some weird space and time magic shenanigans, that's for sure. I was just about to say, immediate thought is, could you not make it like a plane of existence? Have, like, the group, maybe, like, a basic idea would be, have a group kill the first big, like, creature they come across or something, and then have that thing collapse in on itself and create a massive fissure that pulls them all in. And they end up in this world. Or like in the D&D world, or in a plane where it's like D&D but Final Fantasy-fied. I use the Eberron setting. They use crystals and tech. See, that's cool as well, for sure. I love that idea, though. Trying to figure out that alone vampire is going to be a thing, for sure. I must thank you again, Lord Hien, for this honor. My son would have been overjoyed to know that his katana would be enshrined at the Swallow's Compass. Ooh. Nay, the honor is mine. I'm sure your son was a fine warrior. Aye, and so was I once upon a time. A samurai, as it happens. Sorry, that was a samurai, as it happens. In service to your father when the Empire was first invaded our lands. Though we were defeated, our spirits broken, my son, Matosu, was never one to lose hope. He was determined to follow in my footsteps, gave his everything to honing his skills with the blade. When I watched him train, I felt the pride I thought I'd forsaken swell in my breast, and I knew he would restore our family to its former glory. Alas. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh. He could have fled, perhaps started life anew as a vagabond of some sort. But he bore the burden and fought for Garlemald, for fear of what the Imperials might do if he did not. It is plain he was a loving son and a warrior true. I will care for his blade as if it were mine own, and seek given the honor and respect due a samurai of Doma. Good. Good. Doesn't feel right to be running around with a parasol out in this moment, right? Humble. I was gonna say we had to come to him, right? We had to. I realize it's quite large, but I wanted to offer this on behalf of my brother and our father, Suzushiro. If you are willing, I would very much like to hear more about them both. My father, he was a carpenter. He was a good man, if a bit stubborn, always thinking about his work. The only time he ever seemed to enjoy himself was when he had a cup of sake in his hand. When my brother came of age, he took up the trade as well. It brought them closer. I see them laughing over drinks together, or listening in silence to the crickets singing under the moonlight. Aww. I wanted to join them one day. This was their favorite sake. I thought they might miss it. Let's see. I could, but I want it to be unique. Having it as a plane of existence is kind of expected. That's fair. That's fair. And my players know I don't expect the expected things. Okay. After all, I did make a skeleton NPC that breaks the fourth wall and does cartoonish things that my players never expect. Ah, I love that. Yeah, that's so cool. Anyway, gonna go eat. Blarg. No worries, vampire. No worries. I hope you figure it out. I would love to hear next time we're chatting. I would love to hear if you how you coming on with it, you know, for sure. But I hope you enjoy your food, my friend. I hope you enjoy your food. I'm sure it will taste all the sweeter having come from you. Aww. My cat's shouting at someone. I realize no one can ever replace your brother or father. Hello, girl. But if you will allow, I would be honored to share drinks with you in their stead. When you are of age, of course. Gotta get that last little bit in there. Come on, you coming up? Come on. Hello, my girl. We have a floofy floof saying hello, friends. Yes, we do. Snuggles. Hi. You gone? Come on. You gone? Come on, you can't stay there. As much as you want to, you can't stay there. Come on. Thank you. This should be everything. Would you join me for a short reprieve before our journey back? Aye. All the kitty floofs. I swear, she gets brushed every other day, alright? And it's just like I don't brush her every time I do her. Kitty, right? Just popping up and giving me snuggles. She's the best girl. Bless her. She the floofiest, bestest girl. One thing I have noticed about these quest lines, right, is they are so dialogue filled. There's only a few little bits where you actually have combat. Yeah. Which is both oddly nice and strange in a way. Hmm. Look at those giant caterpillars. Look at them. Geometer? Nice. Can you imagine the size of the butterflies that they turn into? It'd be like dog in size, right? Oh yeah. This rain sound, honestly. Um, They put on brave faces, but the people of Namai are still racked with grief. It is the same at every village I have visited in recent days. But it is only now I am struck by the contradictory nature of my goals. Having joined the Eastern Alliance and taken steps to revitalize the Enclave, I believe Doma is at last on the path to peace and prosperity. I knew there was a healer. I still do. Yet by focusing so keenly on the future, I have neglected the past that yet haunts my people. Even if they do not give in to despair and become beasts that plague our lands, like poor Tombo's brother, how are we to truly move forward if we are continuously looking back? I want to say both of these. Again, this is another instance where there should be a single sentence, right? You speak of their haunted past, Lord Hien, but what of yours? And then it will have the choice of, is there not someone for whom you yourself still grieve? Say the bottom one. Me? All things considered, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the subject was broached. Ha! She cuts to the heart of the matter, and the young lord, for the best, I should think. For he cannot lead by example if he has not yet made peace with his own past. A thousand apologies, my lord. I was passing through, tending to the matters of which I spoke earlier, when I chanced to hear familiar voices in the distance. If I may be so bold, the people of Doma, one and all, understand the source of your pain. To lose your father in the turmoil of a failed rebellion, his staggering duty to the throne thrust upon you, aye. How could you even begin to mourn when first you had to lead? It would behoove you to take part in the funeral rites, my lord. Take this time to make peace with your past while it is still yours to spend. Very, very incredibly well put. Though unlikely, if not impossible, were you to become a monster as well, Doma would surely be lost. I thank you for your counsel, Gozetsu. But if I may ask, why is it you keep your blade at the ready? I thought this personal matter of yours to be not but a trifle, or am I mistaken? Well, I find the katana a superior tool for peeling persimmons. Speaking of which, I do believe my stomach begs for substance, if you will excuse me. Oh. Training to help slay the blasphemy, no doubt. Fitting that he should offer me counsel, yet refuse to heed it in kind. It's funny how that works, isn't it? He is not the warrior he once was, but he is wise, our obstinate friend. I love that you can barely see us in this tall grass. If I am to be perfectly honest, it frightens me to recall it, the moment it all came crashing down. . we'd taken Doma Castle. Victory was ours. But then we looked out and saw the banners of the 13th Legion marching towards us, the Crown Prince at the fort. A hidden Tomry, right, Ash? I mean, aren't all Tomrys hidden until the last second? No sooner had Gozetsu and I escaped than we received word that Xenos had slain my father. I remember how the fight went out of Gozetsu in an instant. How he wept for his lord, while I felt the weight of the profound duty bear down upon my shoulders, crushing, suffocating. The heat of my own breath, the chill of my clammy palms. But duty demanded I master my emotions when all those around me, Gozetsu included, were consumed by anger and a thirst for vengeance. I had to be in control under my orders. We dispersed and fled to fight another day. To this end, I have not stopped to reflect on my father's death. How could I, devoted as I am, to finding Doma's way forward? The rain right now, the fact it's at nighttime, this is such an incredibly beautiful scene. But now I must, and so, having taken you into my confidence, would you see this through with me to journey's end? The keepsake I would offer up for the funeral is hidden in a place not easily reached. We will have to fly there, I'm afraid. But worry not, my yawl will ferry us just a moment. Whoa, that made me jump. Oof. The place we seek is Plum Spring in the mountains, shall we? Mount the yawl and travel with Hien. Yes. Oh my god, yes, okay. I love it when it does this. Oh wow, this was here all this time. How have I never found this? Look at this. How have I not come across that before? And the cherry blossoms too. Oh. My parents bring me here for Hanami as a child. Its beauty and serenity was such that I could forget the realities of the occupation. Indeed, some of my fondest memories of family are here, which is precisely why I chose this place to conceal the singular gift my father bequeathed to me as a child. It's another tune I don't think I've heard yet. Oh, look at you! It's a little monkey. Oh, that's awesome. Charming, is it not? The greatest auspice. I can't say that name. Said to reside somewhere along the Daryu chain. In those days, anyone and everyone knew the tales of his prowess. Reckless boy that I was, I once even tried to seek him out, hoping he might help us. I buried it here shortly after my coming of age ceremony. It seemed a fitting place to both part with my childhood and offer a final goodbye to my mother. Aww, Ian. More a keepsake of mine than his, to be sure. But he was never a man of worldly possessions. Still, I suspect he would allow himself a rare smile if he were to see it again after all these years. I love that so much. A little monkey. Oh. And that is precisely how I wish to bid him farewell, with a smile. It should go without saying. I would prefer it not become known that I kept this doll here. Wouldn't want the children to go jealous now, would we? And with that, I believe it is time we return to the Enclave. Oof. Cherry blossoms. There's a place not far from where I am. It's called Annick Gardens. I found out recently that they have the same Japanese sakura trees as what are in Tokyo, and they are currently at the tail end of the blooming cycle at this time, but they've been in full bloom for a few weeks, and I was gonna go see about going to see them, but a little bit too late, unfortunately. Yeah, I need to set up, actually, is what I need to do. I didn't realize how much I slouched down. There are yet more villagers to visit and offerings to collect, but preparations are proceeding apace. Soon, the people will have one less cause to be tempted down the path of despair. Of course, there still remains the problem of the blasphemy. The former conscripts will remain at the Kyankan until it has been dealt with. We shall slay the beast in due time, but before that, I would be honored if you were present for the funeral rites. Pray speak with Yugiri the next you visit the Enclave, and she will tell you more of the proceedings. Every time I think of sakura trees, I think of One Piece, right? Chopper? Yeah. Me too, friend, me too. Ooh, right, friends, right. So, I do know what I said at the start of the stream today. I do. A little bit of real talk here. My anxiety is getting a little bit up, a little bit more even, and it is getting so much harder for me to actually be able to concentrate on what I'm reading, and it is getting harder and harder. So I think this will be a good place to stop for today, and what we can do is tomorrow we can start from here and continue going forward for the other ones. I think that'll be good. Yeah, this has been absolutely awesome though, to be fair. Like really cool writing, like really deep, really emotional, and I'm glad we're taking the time to do them and go through them for sure. For anybody that is looking for the Discord link, it's literally just a few messages above Ash's last few messages, but you should definitely join us on there if you haven't already. It is our home away from the stream. It is our main social, and that is where we keep everything updated. If we're not going to be on for the day and all that kind of stuff, it gets put on there. You can also, if you want one that updates in your own local time, you can also find that information below the stream in the about panels, along with a load of other cool stuff as well. Some things that happen that we do sometimes. Talk to you later, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with me. No worries, Ash. The same to you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. as well. Congrats on making such progress on your grinding stuff though. Like you've done really well from what I've been able to hear on getting your gears and things. Yeah. And we are gonna raid out. We're gonna see who we can find though. Let's see. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. You know what? Let's go and raid Kraken. Yeah. Yeah, let's get Kraken. We haven't raided Kraken in a little bit. Playing some Destiny 2 today they are. Something a little bit different for all of you. You just bought the last piece? Nice. This is going to be it for us now, Lowell, for the rest of the evening. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. GMT. And we will be continuing these quest lines. And then doing some grinding to level up our Samurai / Reaper. We'll have to see. But for now, friends, no matter where you are, stay safe. Know that we are thinking about you. You have people here that care for you. We shall see you. Have a wonderful morning, evening, no matter where it is, where you are. I hope it goes smoothly. Bye, friends. Bye. Bye.